In this video, we'll review the main elements of the Verisurf interface. We can run Verisurf from the Start menu or the desktop, or by double-clicking a Verisurf file with the extension mcam. When Verisurf opens, we'll click the Verisurf Preferences button on the Quick Access toolbar. This dialog contains settings that control the display, the device, and various other aspects of the program. For now, we'll choose Restore Factory Settings, Confirm, and then close the dialog. This restores the program to the same settings used to record these lessons so that what we see in Verisurf matches what's shown in the video. We'll begin by opening a sample file for use in the exercise. Let's use the Open button. Navigate to Verisurf Example Files, Training Files, Computer-Aided Inspection 4.0 Models, and open the file 02, Working with Measured Data. If we see a warning that the file is from a previous version, we can simply choose the Save button. This file contains CAD data and measurements, which we can use to explore the interface. The Verisurf interface has three main elements. The graphics window displays the CAD model, measured data, and other results in graphical form. The operations managers on the left side of the program window are organized by functions such as reverse engineering, measurement, and analysis. They display tree views of the data. The ribbon interface across the top of the program window displays all the functions in the software, organized into areas such as surfacing, solids, measurement, reverse engineering, analysis, and similar groups. If we open the Measure Manager, we can toggle the Device Manager, which is displayed during measurement. The Selection and Quick Mask toolbars are located at the top and right edges of the graphics window. They appear when we move the cursor across them. Finally, the status bar on the bottom of the program window displays values such as cursor position and allows us to change settings such as construction mode, planes, and model shading. We can change the graphics view using the keyboard or the mouse. The arrow keys move the viewport, causing the image to move in the opposite direction. If we press the left arrow, the model moves right and vice versa. The up-down arrows work in a similar way. If we use the Alt key in combination with the arrows, the left-right keys rotate the model at its centroid, around the screen's vertical axis, and the up-down arrows rotate the model around the horizontal axis. Finally, we can press Page Up to increase the zoom, and Page Down to zoom out. We can also use the mouse to control the view. To rotate, we press the scroll wheel while dragging the mouse. This allows us to rotate the view around multiple axes at the same time. Note that if we press the scroll wheel while the cursor is over the model, Verisurf rotates around that point. If the cursor is initially off of the model, it rotates around the center of the display. If we press Shift while dragging with the scroll wheel, Verisurf translates the model in the direction we move the cursor. We can zoom the model simply by rotating the scroll wheel. If we roll the scroll wheel toward us, the display zooms out, and if we scroll forward, it zooms in. Let's display the WCS axis, and then choose the View tab. We can use the buttons for the graphics views, also called G-views, to view the model in standard orientations. First, we'll click Top to select the top G view. The first time we choose any view, the model fills the window, so we'll choose Unzoom 80%. Let's repeat for front and right. Each G view defines a specific orientation of the WCS axis in the graphics window. For example, in right G view, the Y-axis points right and the Z-axis points up. Let's return to ISO view. Next, we'll display the Levels Manager. Here, we can manage levels and control the CAD model display by toggling the visibility of various levels. In Verisurf, the CAD model represents the nominal data. If we disable Active Level is always visible, we can hide the entire model, including the active level, to focus on the measurements. Let's choose the Measure Manager, which lists measurements such as points, clouds, meshes, and features, as well as objects derived from measured data. We control the display of measured features using the checkboxes. If an object is checked, it's visible. Otherwise, it's not. We can also use highlighting to display objects temporarily. To clear the highlight, we click in the white space. Highlighting is typically used to select objects for use in another function. The same tree structure is displayed in the Reverse and Analysis managers. In this video series, we'll operate in the Measure Manager when scanning the cylinder head and then use the Reverse Manager to model the ports. Finally, we'll compare the scan data to the finished model in the Analysis Manager. We can learn more about the Verisurf interface through the reference guides, which are accessed using the Reference Guide button on each of the tabs. Verisurf also places a Documents folder on the desktop during installation. These PDF files include technical tips on the use of Verisurf for various applications. To see the difference, visit us at verisurf.com.